All right, good morning.
Order filled.
Hope everybody's doing good this morning. It's Thursday. It's about 9:30. The opening bell just rang, so we'll get started with the AI Auto Trader and kind of take a look and see what's happening in the markets. Awesome. Hope everybody's had a good evening and ready to take a look and see what's worth trading this morning. Had a couple of good trades here. We had the NQ ODP hit the profit target this morning right out of the gate here. Looks like it had a couple of trades. It caught this short right here, ran it down. My guess is it was profit window, and then it jumped back up right out and got into another one and finished off the $3,000 to make the payday for the ODP. Rue, good morning. Rue, ODP struck on the NQ so far this morning. Great trades. Awesome. ODP. That's because of you, Rue. And so are these big nuggets over here, man. Thank you. Truly, thank you for helping us here in Discord and staying active with us here. This is really super fun. How's trading going for you? I'll check out gold real quick. I always like to do that when you're on here. You give us some good insight on what to do on gold here.
Order submitted.
So we had a couple of. Looks like I got the B bot. The bot here looks like it's pulled a couple hundred out of the market so far. 2 Apex today.
Order
One
filled.
day. Yes. Congratulations. That's huge, Rue. Good job. 50 Ks. Awesome.
Order filled.
I'm gonna add some of those trophies here for you in the thing. Where's little Don't have the emoji thing here. Huh. Guess I can't do emojis for some reason. That doesn't make sense. I think I have the OBS chat open instead of the YouTube one. But hey, good morning, everybody. Just joining us here. I want to show you the AI Auto Trader, what it's up to so far this morning. We've got I'm looking at the GC instrument right now. This is the GC 15 range. Rue trades that religiously, and I wanted to see what was going on in the market there. Oh yeah, big moves. Caught some nice ones here. The strategy that I'm showing right now is the AI bot for the signal B on the GC. Just kind of taking a look at it. Caught a pretty good entry right there. So our signal B is our trend trader bot. So you can see it jumped in when the trend was hot, made a nice little nugget. So it just kind of chips away. It's up $280 this morning so far. Yeah, Rory's doing awesome, man. I love watching him trade too. He's the other side. He's like, the two people on the shoulder, me and him. He's got the conservative side, and I got the little more aggressive side, which is interesting to see. But yeah, he's a great coach. At the end of the day, that's what is really super helpful is someone who's able to help other people, and that's his real specialty. He can really listen and try to help, and that's really at the end of the day what really separates him from somebody else that's a trader. All right, great. So Rue passed a couple Apex. Awesome. If anybody else is out there, maybe you could kind of tell us how you're trading this morning too, and how it's going for you. If you own our system, I'd love to hear how yours is doing on your end. Looks like we got an ODP on the YM right now, and this one's been super duper hot. So I mentioned it to Rory yesterday, and he played this one, and he ran up the score on it. Let me get this one open. This is the YM and ODP here. We're running 10 contracts, trying to pull off a quick one. We'll see how it goes. Looks like the profit target already popped up to the. Looks like we're gonna make a little bit of money here on this trade, maybe.
Order filled.
Okay, so we got a little nugget out of that one, 260 bucks. So we'll see how that one goes. That's the YM ODP. Suzanne, good morning. Awesome. Oh, thanks for
Order filled.
noticing that video there that we did the other day for the cross. Everything always has a few more steps. Trying to type it out's always a little tough, so it's easier for me to kind of just hit record and go through the motions. So, all right, Marcia, congratulations, Marcia. She's been smoking them. She got a couple of evals yesterday. Congratulations, and thank you very kindly for the beautiful reviews. That's really, really, really nice and generous. So thank you. Really helping us, and it's a win-win. So that's what I love to create is win-win relationships. Those are I read and do a lot of research, and Stephen Covey has probably one of the better books out there for just how to feel good or whatever. And one of his traits for highly effective people is create win-win relationships and always look for the win-win. And yeah, really excited for you and your journey. And I want to share whatever I can on sort of the journey and path as well to try to prevent any speed bumps or at least they're coming. They're coming. So yeah, once we get rolling, I want to kind of go over Apex and how that went, and I got a couple of payouts yesterday approved, so wanted to share that story, and then the one that didn't get approved, and kind of go over that one and why it wasn't approved. So I think that's really good, and then we'll be able to see how that looks on that side. So looking at the strategies today, Marcia, did your NQ ODP hit this morning on your machine? Looks like I'm running at about 2,900 here on this one. Oh boy, look at this big boy. Ouch. Darn, I got distracted. Woo, sheesh. Okay, we gotta get to trading here. Wow, what just happened? All right, so the NQ is flying, and we got to get in a trade here. Wow. I'm going to watch it right at 100. That's a bad time to jump in. Those aren't times to jump in at all. So, and we've got a indicator here, this oscillator. It's telling us, oversold, overbought kind of conditions. Once it gets into the 80 range, we're really pegging it out on overbought in this situation, but you'll see it sometimes. Oh, look at this story, Marcia. Ah, that's awesome. Okay, she got 1350 on those 3 accounts with the YM. Awesome. Great. Woo.
Order submitted.
Suda Hansu. Question, not sure which strategy to use to sign the eval accounts, the drone or the bot. Either one work. Know that if you assign the drone, that you'll stay with fixed stops and targets. That means they're permanent. They don't adjust to market conditions. If you use the bot, you'll have the drone's data to try to move the stops and targets to get them into a better range for you for the market. So what I would just suggest, and this is what I do, is I kind of look at their performance, each one of them, and if the bot is outperforming the drone, I'll use the bot. If the drone's outperforming the bot, then I'll use the drone. So either one of them work. They both function really very similar. So they'll both work for you. I'll kind of show that too. I want to show the drone and the bot setup. There's the technology that we have is really interesting. How we're grabbing the MFE and the MAE from the drones. So I know there's a lot of technical jargon here, but that's what this is, right? To get an edge, you have to somehow, outsmart or whatever you want to call it, other people or other software. So, anyways, when you enter a trade, the software keeps track of the peaks and valleys of the trade. So the highest and the lowest points throughout that trade progression. And it's called MFE and MAE. And you can use those two numbers to then, try to predict the next trade. And that's what we do. We grab the drone and watch it through its trades, its highs and lows, and then share that data with the bot. So the bot is armed with that information and says, oh, wow, this trade, either went really super high up, but then pulled back before we hit the target. So we're maybe trying to ask for too much. So the bot will say, okay, I must be asking for too much. Let me lower my target to a lower value. And then also if it's, stop, same concept. So that's a little bit of description behind what we've developed in the backside there. So we're basically sending it out to a database, and then the AI model is grabbing it and doing the mathematics behind it, and then delivering the number back. All right, Sue to hand Sue, thanks for joining us. We've had I think 6 or 7 over the last couple of days, so thank you. Really excited for you. The software's, it's super hot. It's also something that we try to optimize on a regular basis. So hopefully, Charles, did you have Charles get you set up, and he'll be able to get you going and really answer a lot of questions for you. And if not, obviously this is the venue too for questions, and I can really try to do some demos and show us how to get things set up and move the needle a little bit. I forgot. Let me just drop this in super quick. So just need to kind of do the CFTC. They call it disclaimer, but all these signals and trading opportunities that I'll provide here today, electronically or verbally, are really for educational and demonstrational purposes only. Trading involves a substantial amount of risk. If you do want to trade, please reach out to a licensed financial advisor before trading. So just kind of going back to the software a little bit, and I can kind of walk through some of those things throughout the broadcast today too. So if you have a few more minutes, you can stick around. I want to definitely get my system up and rolling, but I like to wait till I get online to sort of get her truly rolling. I did take a couple of trades this morning though, so I do have a couple under my belt. But I like to always hear how you guys are doing and what's happening on your ends. So drop in the chat how you're doing. So I'm just kind of reading through some of those. Thanks again for signing up, lifetime members. Really appreciate it. We plan on being here shoulder to shoulder with you on the right edge of the chart, trying to make money every day. So this is a nice opportunity right here. This is a great NQ trade right here. I just didn't get time to set my darn system up. Let me just go ahead and get her going here. So this is a nice, I call these juicy trades. So this one we had a huge push. They did their small sell off. So, and now this is going to be probably a bullish push, at least up to this pivot maybe. So we'll kind of see if we can get settled in here and add some action to the background, so that once it's rolling, I get to see what's happening here. So what I do to sort of get my system up and rolling, when I first start out, let me give you kind of a couple of just sort of basics. Boom, Charles just loaded my machine. Put you in. I'm trying to get into your shoes, Sue to hand Sue. So to kind of give you a little bit of okay. So he just loaded me up this morning, and now what do I do? Like it doesn't. Try to get your screens looking like mine, and he'll leave you with a nice setup, kind of like Rory's setup. But just know that these are all, super flexible, that it's just windows, right? So you can sort of drag and drop and create all the all the desktop environment that you prefer. And for me, this is kind of the setup right now because we're doing the live stream. But if I'm just trading, obviously my setup's going to be a tad different. But for me, this is just I tend to play in the NQ mostly. So I tend to just kind of keep this chart up for the most part. Now I'll change data series quite a bit. So I got quite a few here that I mess with. That's kind of one of the key things about our software is as you change the data series, our cross indicator here will also adapt to those data series changes and really put you in a position where you can really manipulate your trade entries. So right now what that means is right now I'm on a 30 range data series. If I was to go down to a 15, which is a smaller data series, that entry comes in sooner. Okay, so a 30 range, the entry comes in here in the trend. If I would go down to a 15, my cross would come down in here. If I go down to a 10 range, it comes in way early. But you get tons of them, right? You'll get a lot of entries because the markets are always up and down, fluctuating. So you can also, go the other way and go at 40 range and then wait. It would wait into the trend longer. So know that that's all really, at your disposal. So you can really start to create a really nice platform. So once you get to PA range and you kind of need to, follow different rules for prop firms, you're in a position to really execute and make some big time cash off these crosses. So for the auto side though, let's dig in and add a strategy. So again, I mentioned Charles just loaded you up. Where do you go? How do you find out what's even doing good? I go to the accounts tab, and I have these settings here. I only need the really relevant information of which one's successful, and that's what I do. You can double click on this, and it brings up all of them in order of how they're performing today. This one resets every morning. So this one resetted, not every morning. This one resets at 6 p.m. of the day. So it was this account was active since 6 p.m. last night. But a lot of our bots we don't have waking up till, I think our earliest one is a RTY that wakes up at 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning. But the NQs, for example, they wake up at 8:30, I think, for the most part. So, but anyways, I go to the accounts tab in the control center. Let me get rid of this text box real quick.
Order submitted.
I go to the accounts tab.
Order submitted.
And I double click on total P&L, and then it always brings up the best performing strategy. So again, these overnight or into this morning, this is how much they've produced. This NQ $50,000 one-day pass. We're going to take a look at that trade because a lot of our members have the system and they like to see when that trade executed and what we got filled for. So let's go back and just take a look at that trade. It looks like it was actually 2 trades, and we'll measure it. So anybody who's a member, you're welcome to kind of zoom in here. I'm going to just figure out what the entry was 970.5 and then 970.75.
Order filled.
So yeah, we got 2,500 off that first one. And then we finished off here to get to the $3,000 on the next trade. Long entry here. Yep, 550. Okay, so those were the 2 trades for the ODP on the NQ that hit this morning. Mike, good morning. We don't do trials, but you're welcome to even ask in this here if anybody's doing well with our software, or we got our Discord. I can bring that over too. We have a private Discord community here that is active, and quite a few of the members that will jump into chat here probably on here as well. This is our Discord community. So we had a couple of people pass their evals yesterday. We had Marcia, she passed two of them using the CLODP, and then Stephen Aldridge passed I think a $25,000. But we put the results of our machines in here every day. Actually, Rory does. Man, we hit yesterday, you guys. What a day! Oh my gosh, we hit all these ODPs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ODPs hit yesterday. I was so excited for everybody. Hopefully you guys were trading those, for the most part, and we're able to hit some home runs. I saw quite a few of the messages here in Discord, but anyways, we put we have a couple of different channels, and then this is the profitability, Mike, of the ODPs. So again, we don't hit every trade, and we don't ever try to mislead anybody. That's what I do. I'm the owner of the company. Transparency, integrity, please. I mean, I don't want your money if you don't like trading and you don't understand the risks. I'd rather not have you join us. These are just the data, and that's all we know is the data. We do a lot of stuff to try to predict future, but we don't know. And but anyways, this is the ODPs anyway, the bots that we have for the one-day pass strategies.
Order filled.
So anyway, this is the Discord. This one's fun. But anyways, those are we have 172 members online right now. Thank you everybody who's part of the Right Line Trading community. Okay, awesome. So I also wanted to share a little bit about what was going on with Apex, and I was able to get a couple of $2,000 payments yesterday approved. So wanted to share that story, and then also one that wasn't approved, and kind of cover what maybe it was that I broke the 30% rule. I made too much money on one day. I made like $3,000 on the first day of the PA account, and it was too much. It was over the limit of what they will accept for the payout period. So I guess it's like, it's on probation, still have the money, but have to, prove that I can stay a little more consistent throughout the 15 days. So, but other than that, it's a good news story that they were able to use the software and make money. And so far, and their rules are all under review. They sent out a big survey, so typically when people send surveys, there's action items after and changes. So we'll see what the changes are. But for now, we're good, or I am. I don't know about you. Actually, I was watching another live presenter, trader, and he's got a huge following. And actually, I'm a subscriber too to his channel. But he got busted for DCA, dollar cost averaging. So it was great to watch his channel yesterday and him to walk through that of accepting the responsibility and figuring out how to recover. And recover with the community, because the whole community has to take that in and recognize it. So that was the second video that I saw about people getting busted for DCA. I watched a video 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and I mentioned it here on live too. So I want to try to share whatever pitfalls that I hear about or see as well. So that's one. DCA, dollar cost averaging. If anybody's not aware of what that is, it's like you buy here for $1. And it goes down to 50 cents, and you buy it again, and now you're at 75 cents for your cost basis. So you basically shrunk your cost basis. Now price only has to go up to 75 for you to be, basically even again. And they say that's a violation. And then the violation that I got busted on was 30% rule. One day, my first day that I traded the PA account, I made a little over $3,000, and then the next days, I think I was up about I was up about 8,500 when I put in for the withdrawal. So 30% of 8,000 is let's just kind of bring that up here. I was 8,500-ish, times it by 0.3. So yeah, I was north of that number. So those are the two that I know that they're
Order submitted.
definitely focused on, or at least they have software they're on their end catching that.
Order filled.
So I missed that huge move up earlier, so I'm just kind of sitting around looking at this chart here, thinking about adding a couple of accounts here. I want to go through the Discord real quick. Marcia, hey, mate, sign. Okay, good.
Order canceled.
All right, Marcia got it passed. Yes, that means you got it passed. It looks like, yeah, 50,000 and 5306. Yes, that's it. In one account, net liquidation. No. Okay. No. Let me read that a little more clear. That doesn't mean you pass. No. The only column that means you passed is account balance. I know this thing is huge. this thing is huge. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on.
Order filled.
This one I had up to 62,000, so I'm at 54. So no. Net liquidation, no. Marcia, you want to focus on the account balance column only for pass. What that number means that you see there, the net liquidation,
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
I think that number is, let's see what this one says. Auto liquidate threshold. This is the one that I look at next. So as you're kind of just navigating the apex over here, let's just kind of navigate that together, because this is complicated. This thing over here, so you're in these, hopefully, more than likely they're apex, your number, and then your number that you're working on. But these columns over here are tricky. Again, the only two that, three that I really, four that I care about are really right here. These four are really the only, in my mind, the four important columns. Your account, your P&L, which is your daily
Order
P&L,
filled.
your account balance, which is the number that they look at to see if you pass or fail. So you'll wanna make sure that's at least 53 here in the account balance. That's
Order
pass
submitted.
for a $50,000 account.
Order filled.
This number is critical as you're trading, because if you go up, this number goes up with you. This is that trailer. So the minute this goes to $50,001, that goes to 47,501. Now, if you go down in your balance, it stays at 501.
Order submitted. Order filled.
You went up to 50, say you made $1 here and then you lost 100. That still stays at 47,501. It's always your high water mark, and it constantly drags behind you. So that number is really, really critical. Auto liquidate threshold value. That's where they liquidate, they take it away. See ya.
Order filled.
The account goes bye-bye. If your balance gets lower or meets that number. And then this one will go to, I think it's admin only. Once you violate this number here, once you go lower than it. So those are the four that I focus on. Marcia, I'm not sure which one that that is there on your end, but those are confusing. And the only two that I really keep open when I'm trading, for the most part, are these three. Okay, we had a nice trade right there too. Wow, what a beauty. Oh man, look at that cross. So yeah, once you get to PA range, you know, if they start really clamping down on us, we've got a great entry here. This thing is an amazing entry most of the time. You know, in this case, this market's going long. You're going to want to take these green crosses right now. These green ones were some juicy trades here. Just going to do a quick measurement in my head so I know what's going on. So 330. So that's how many. That's how much opportunity that trade had there.
Order filled.
Here's another one. So this is a green cross. So if you were, you know, having to trade, you know, manually or whatever, this is our entry signal. This green cross on the chart here. So we'll get some auto strategies that will take those for us here, and to do that, let's get one going. We'll get an ODP going. We'll get an ODP going here. Let's read a couple more here. Get the chat.
Order submitted.
All right, Mike. Good morning. This is the AI Auto Trader. I'm Mark Miller, the owner of the company. We have some software here that I love to trade. I bought the company a couple years ago. I was an electrical engineer, worked in manufacturing for a long time, project engineer, those kind of things, and was a trader, and you know, saw the opportunity with this company and bought it, and you know, trying to leverage every opportunity we can to share with everybody else too, so you guys can be successful and make some money with us here. This is you know, it's a fully automated system, so just kind of give you around the table quickly. This is the strategy performance this morning, and it resets every day, this number. So we hit the one-day pass earlier on the $50,000 one-day pass strategy, hit on two different trades there.
Order filled.
Rue loves the ODPs. He's the one who kind of pushed us into, you know, making a little more movement on those. So we scaled up. Those ones are trading 10 contracts. Every other strategy we have trades 1 contract, so that you can kind of use them as a gauge to, if you were to scale up, what opportunity they pose or risk. So that's always something to look at. Yeah, Suda Hansu, you should have all the ODP strategies. If not, please schedule another appointment with Charles, and he'll get them loaded up for you. We still give it away in our lifetime membership, the ODP passes, the bots. Okay, Marcia did get it. Account balance 530622. Yes, congratulations. Marcia, what was it? What was that trading? What was that? What strategy were you using? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, Michael. Good morning. Yeah, let me show you that. I showed it earlier, really quick this morning. It was actually 2 trades. The first one, it looked like I got about 2550 off that first trade. So we entered here at 19,970.5 on 9 contracts. We got filled at 1 at 970.75. We got into the profit window down here and sold for a profit of 2,500 at 19,957.75. And then it jumped in the next trade at. These were both these were both at 8:30. Yeah, so this this is something also fun for maybe newer people who's watching. All this happened in milliseconds. This robot ripped off $2,500 in, let's see, this was at 17 milliseconds. in 23 milliseconds. So 6 milliseconds. It's hard to believe. In 6 milliseconds, this robot made $2,550. And then, let's see how many milliseconds later. Okay, so we sold at 23 milliseconds. We then bought again at 42 milliseconds. Let's see, so 20 milliseconds later, we bought 10 more contracts and then sold them for a profit. So try that manually. It'd be a bit of a challenge for any of us. So that's what these things do. They play in millisecond action. So that's when we were in, and that's why as your members and you start to own our software for any length of time, you'll recognize that we get filled at little different prices here and there. I'm buying 10 contracts and I'm being filled at different prices because there's only a certain amount of contracts available at those prices, because people are buying and selling and the brokers are trading them back and forth. So anyways, those are the reasons that we get different outputs. I have 2 of the same strategies running on the same exact machine and I get different fill rates, fill prices. It's just part of futures trading. That's how the contracts are divvied up. So it's always directional though, for the most part, right? If this strategy's doing well, the other ones on the other machines are doing well. It's just not exact. You won't end up with the exact same number. It'll be close though. I mean, sometimes on the ES markets like that, it's exact quite a bit because we're trading on a 5-minute candle on the ES. Over here, we're in a 30 range. 30 range on the NQ, so we're on the fastest market in a pretty fast time frame. Not super fast, but pretty fast.
Order filled.
Okay, good morning. Got quite a viewership this morning. Appreciate everybody joining us this morning to take a look at the AI Auto Trader and kind of go over what's going on in the market. So we've got some news tomorrow. Tomorrow's PCE, I believe, is what they called it, and it's kind of got a little bit of a stir in the market. So we've got the NQ pushing up, which is good news. If anybody knows NVIDIA share price, maybe you could drop that in the chat for us here. It's something we tend to look at here on the NQ. Plus, quite a few of us are holding that in our portfolios. So if anybody knows the price, last time I saw, I think it was about 124. I do have CNBC. I'm supposed to be playing it in the background, but I don't have it on right now. So maybe somebody else can help me here. So we got a good-looking opportunity right here. This is a nice one. I'll get a couple strategies rolling here this morning. I wanted to take a minute and show everybody around a little bit, kind of in this little valley here. So at the end of the day, basically the big banks, they buy contracts, they acquire them, and then they sell them. And then they acquire them and sell them, and that's how they make money. Is they buy them and sell them, to other people at a profit. And that's kind of what's happening right now. Is they bought some major inventory, and I think it's called inventory because they are contracts and they are like a limited number. So they own the inventory, and now they're, slowly releasing it here and just really kind of tripping us up. So we'll try to catch them on another little move here. Scott, good morning. All right, NVIDIA 124.5, 50 cents. Okay, good. We're holding tight.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted.
All right, Rue. Woo! Hey, Bob, good morning. I don't know, Bob. I've only had one trade copier so far, so I don't know. I'll tell you what, I do like the way Rory's looks, though. I don't know if you were on here yesterday, but Rory Powers and I kind of share the chair here, and he has one. I assume it's from Joel Wise. Affordable Indicators. That's my assumption. I don't know that. This one that I have here is Replicanto by Flowbots, and early on when I was asking too, when I didn't know what really a trade copier was, I was asking, and a couple of people told me this one that they had and they liked it. So that's where I ended up on with trade copiers. But yeah, I've had a couple of slip ups here with this one, which I think is normal. So I don't really think it's bad. I think it's fine. It does usually, for the most part, everything that I need to. I mean, what I mean by slip up is sometimes I'll get a trade that, and Rhythmic was having some issues too, so it's hard to point any fingers. I just say that it seems fine for me. This one does. Not affiliated with them either, so but I use it. I did like the way Rory's looked yesterday. If you didn't see it, I think you can go into our channel on YouTube and go to the lives, and I think check the one yesterday and take a look at his. I really liked his. It actually showed the values, kind of like a dashboard over here of how much money was in there, which was really nice. So let's get one rolling here. Let's do an ODP. If anybody has a suggestion of which market, which instrument to trade on the ODP, go ahead and drop it in the chat. I'm gonna do one on the NQ, but if you think there's another one, I think CL is super hot. Well, let's take a look. And if anybody's just joining us here, we have a vibrant Discord community. We've got 170 online right now. But Rory dropped in yesterday. He did some math on the ODPs, and this is really good stuff. And this is what we do here at Right Line Trading. Where I call it transparency and integrity, and continue to say it every day. But because it's good for all of us. But this is the reality. This is the you're not going to win every one-day pass. The profitability of the ES, and this was on Rory's machine. Everybody's machine is a little different. So. This is his data. He's at 53% on that one. This one's at 50%, 45. So if you're going to trade one, maybe take a look at your machines too, and we'd love to show you, how to look at your own data. That's really where I'm going with the software. Is really you'll get people familiar with it and how to fish, in your software, because the markets are changing, and we've got the bots that are dynamic, so you're able to hammer on them. But here's the current percents. So yeah, if I'm a trading man, which I am, I'm looking at probably one of those two to put it on. And so these are the times. These are the time windows that it's the most profitable. So that's why we put these in here. So kind of looking at the time that it is now and which ones are coming up that are profitable. It's 10:15 right now, so let me see if there's any windows here. 9:30 to 10, 10:30. So kind of missed the windows here of the ones that are for the most part. Okay, NQ doing a nice push. Broke that resistance there. Not familiar with that, Mike. RB gasoline futures. Oh, it's the oh really? Oh, instead of CL, it's called the RB. I'll write that down. Thank you. Never looked at that one. Great, thank you. Yeah, we had a member, Robert, make us up a nice optimized, actually created a whole new data series. It's a 150-second strategy on the NQ that's doing really well. Robert, thank you again. If you're out there, Robert, thank you. That's awesome. He ran it through the optimization backtesting tool that Ninja has here, and created a nice strategy that's
Order canceled.
it's up almost $1,000 on. Me and Rory checked them both on our machines this morning. Both of them are up about $1,000 this week again. So he was up. He said he had run about 2 weeks, and he was up $6,000. So I'd just say like $3,000 a week, and it's almost on that same pace here. So any of our members, if you're, taking a look at that strategy, please get it loaded on your machines. It's worth it. That's all I'll say right now. It's worth getting loaded. And if you need a hand with that, Charles is available. You can just get on his calendar. So that's what we have. Anybody who's sort of just kind of tuning in for the first time, we've got full service technicians available to jump on your machine. We got a calendar. Charles and
Order filled.
Rory and
Order
Sergio,
filled.
and you can just get on their calendar and get a time slot, and they'll get you
filled.
loaded and rolling. And ultimately you just need to click this button over here, turn them on. That's all is required.
Order submitted.
Once you get a couple of days of running them and kind of see their performance, you can the way, let's say I'm like, hey, I do want to trade. So we just had a couple members buy lifetimes
Order
yesterday.
filled.
Thank you again. Just want to show. So
Order
yeah, if I
filled.
just bought it yesterday, I
filled.
want
Order
to run it
filled.
for a couple of
Order
days
filled.
to, we got to make sure that the bugs are out, that everything's legit, and that you're getting similar results that we're getting. So what I would do though is I would say, okay, I want to trade one on my eval account, for example. Let's do that. This one just made $1,800, $1,500,
Order filled.
$900. But I know
Order
these
submitted.
strategies, by heart or whatever.
Order
So
filled.
I know which ones that I want to trade right now.
Order filled.
But for which, your guys, you'd want to kind of see which ones are doing the best for a couple of days, just like I have. So I know which ones,
Order filled.
has some
Order filled.
longevity, and we
Order
can
filled.
look at the data too in the trade
Order
performance. You can see every single trade. It's amazing at data collection. So that's a really, really hefty feature. Let me,
Order submitted.
I'm going to go find the one-day pass. Excuse me. And so if I own the system, I would just disable the strategy that I wanted to use. And now I right mouse click. And I have to say right and left because Ninja uses right mouse click quite a bit for their pop-out features here. So now once I'm in here, I'll go to edit the strategy. So that's a left mouse click on edit strategy. We call these pre-configured templates. Okay, that's kind of the pre-configured strategy templates. That's really the full name. So a strategy template. And really a bot is another term for all these settings. These
Order
are all
submitted.
settings that predict when
Order filled.
the bot will take the trade, has all the filters for all the mathematics and mathematical modeling that's going on behind the scenes, has all the times your amount of money that you're willing to risk or profit, and every different filter. So these are called strategy templates or bots or robots, and the only thing that you would typically change if you just kind of want to just run the auto system is you would just go right down here where it says account. If you're running with Apex, you would just go grab your they're in order, alphabetical order all the time, so you just change that, and then you would just hit OK. Just know that I this is the best time to trade this bot. This is the most profitable window. But I want to present, and I want it to trade during this time. So to do that, I can just change the times And I just put it 24 hours a day. If you put them both the exact same time, it will just trade around the clock. Just know if you do this, that it could have a trade open at 5 o'clock. Okay, and that's a bad thing. Typically to have the trade open at 5 o'clock. So just recognize that if you do something like this and you kind of put it on a, an Apex or live account, that you will potentially run into, I think it's called margin call at 5 o'clock, which could be a problem if you have a live account you're supposed to have. And I don't know what margin is. You'll have to, research with your brokers, but it's about $30,000 in your account. So you'll want to make sure that you have that if you hold contracts into 5 o'clock. And there's all kinds of rules, so you really want to read up on that one. But anyway, we don't mess with that with any of the strategies we have. We usually have them all, open or live for like an hour or 2 or 4, whatever it is. So I just had to change that time. We're good. I just want to run everything else and look at it. So we're going to run the ODP on this one. And it's going to copy to 1242. So once I enable it over here, we're live. And if the trade's set up, we just missed one. We just barely almost got this trade. So we may get another green cross if this yellow line would be able to go down far enough and then back up. We could potentially get into a long trade here. So these are the entries for this NQ $50,000 one-day pass, this green cross here. And this indicator is flexible, so the way you get to change it is you want to copy whatever strategy you're running. So, but we have them all pre-configured for you. So it's all set here with all the same settings in my strategy. So we made an improvement on the software, and just know too, if you're not a member, that we take any ideas you guys have and you put them in our Discord community. We then follow up on those ideas. Someone wanted candle close on entry, and it made sense, so we developed it, and Sergio programmed it, and it's all ready to go. So there will be a new release ready for you tomorrow. So candle close is ready. Rory's got it. Charles has it. I have it. It seems to be robust, so we want to get that in your hands because that's a really nice improvement. So yeah, we almost got the, this is called the RSI line right here. It's an indicator that we have that's really the trigger indicator here for this particular signal A. I added another indicator down here today. This is really our signal C indicator. It's an oscillator, and it really helps me with overbought and oversold situations. So I'm working on a smart stop. So a smart stop will basically try to predict oversold and overbought conditions, and I'm using this oscillator down here, and it's really nice nice indicator, able to kind of leverage it, and anytime it gets down around 30 down on the bottom side, you'll kind of watch that price tends to bounce back up, and then anytime that it gets up to about 70 up here on the top side, price tends to come back. So really excited about this. Sergio has it already programmed for smart stops, and I'm testing it and just taking a look at it and seeing how to actually get it on a strategy. So that's really exciting. Smart stops. Yeah, that is strange, Robert. He's up 2,000. Here we go. We got in this trade.
Order
So
filled.
let's take a look. He's up 2 grand, but
Order
he didn't
filled.
catch him on his apex. So not sure, Robert.
Order filled.
We just caught this one right here. So the system saw the opportunity here, thought that we might be able to get a push to the upside.
Order submitted.
It jumped in. Hopefully we get into our profit window here. Should be close to that profit window. We get one more push. Come on, baby. All right, so she's hovering around 1990. Come on. Or 20,090. Here we go. A few more buyers. Come on. A little about 1,000. Nice push. Close to the window. One more push. Drifting. Looking at about 1,800, 1,400.
Order submitted.
Drifting. Dropping. $1,500. 2 grand. Come on, baby. Jump into the window. Oh, boy, that's close. Oh. 1,300. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Someone save it. 2,000. Uh-oh. Oof. I think we're running out of steam here. ODP. 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 Come on, Rue, help us out. Someone buy a couple contracts here. We're stalling. 1,500. Uh-oh. Lost our background bias.
Order filled.
We're out.
Order filled. Order filled. Order
Oof.
submitted.
Wow, we were close.
Order submitted.
That was right on the doorstep. That was so close. All right, let's get her going. That one was on the doorstep. Whew. Wow.
Order submitted.
All right. Here we go. We got her all armed and ready to roll again. 112.43, 12.43, 4. Okay. Yeah, good question there, Rue. We had the trail on there. I don't know what was preventing that. I looked at it again closely. Strategy. Let me see here.
Order filled.
Something.
Order filled.
check that out. Make sure that thing is trailing.
Order filled.
Hmm.
Order filled.
Okay, look like they're releasing inventory again here.
Order submitted.
Boy, having having a really good run on this one here. This one's an 8 Unarenko.
Order
Yeah,
canceled.
had to do that, Rue. I'm pretty sure. I think it's a good idea. Not sure why it wasn't trailing me there.
Order filled.
Okay, Scott had a little snafu. He's reading. I was reading chat there, and his copy trades from Sim to Apex. I saw Rory doing that yesterday. I've done that before too. Yeah, it should work. It should work fine. But it does. Yeah, like I said, there's all kinds of bugs here, but it should
Order
work for you.
submitted. Order filled.
Oh wow, this is Robert. Yours is up $2,000, and you were going to try to trade it today on Apex, but it didn't take the trades. Apex are you using Rhythmic or Trade-Evate? Let me get a PA account going here. So. Oh, I was going to go over and I do want to go look. I'm going to take a quick break here. I'll be back in a minute.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted.
ODP, 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 ODP. 1500. Here we go. 1800. 2000. 22. Closing in on it. This time the trailer's running. Come on, baby. One more drop. Oh, got to go through 50. That's a tough number. Tough number. Oh, baby. Ouch. Oh, hate to see those numbers. Those ones are no good.
Order filled.
So price really resists, 50,
Order filled.
70, 30,
Order filled.
and then the even numbers. There's just a lot of buyers and sellers there at those even numbers, and that was what got us there. So we stayed in the game. We got a little bit left on that one. Boy, we're right on the doorstep too. Whew. Had $2,000 on that one. We'll see if she can jump in again and maybe try to collect a little bit on the backside of that one. Whew.
Order filled.
$2,000.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled.
All right, come on. Help us out here. Had a couple right on the doorstep. Rude, you see that one was
Order
trailing?
submitted.
Let's take a close look at that. Make sure that's active all the time. It was active for a short trade, so maybe it's tripping up on a long trade or something. We'll see. Get another account set up here. I like to always look at what markets are doing good, so I kind of tend to go into the accounts and just look at for the day, which markets tend to be up towards the leaderboard. It looks like obviously NQ today for the most part. Got a GC here, a couple of GCs, YM, FYM, CL, YM, So these are a little bit smaller profitability, but they're on the leaderboard. Got a lot of NQs, so that's good news. Just kind of helps me with volatility, where the where the right mix of volatility is at.
Order filled.
Scott, I saw you're out there. I copied your background. Told you it looked cool in the chat there, and it does pops out a little bit. So thanks for dropping that in the chat.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled.
Instead of changing a strategy, I'm just going to create a new one and put it on a
Order
Apex account here.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, we're in on this.
Order filled. Order submitted.
See what we got going on there. Okay. Looks like it jumped in, but it jumped back on us. We didn't have much left there on that one. That meat was almost gone on that bone. If we get her changed quickly, though, that'd be good.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Holding 2070 here.
Order submitted.
Got background bias just jumped in. If you own our software, I'd recommend this this lag timer here if you don't have it. It could be worth getting, Scott. I think you mentioned the other day or something about maybe a few trades that you missed, and could be due to this lag timer here. Even my machine, and I have a Primo machine here, it was up to, I think, like 30 seconds yesterday was the highest I seen it. You know, it's down into, you know, milliseconds right now, but it does get up, you know, when the volumes are hot, it does get up there. So it will prevent trades if we're lagging behind on data too far. And that's a setting you do have the option in your strategy if you want to, I'll say, risk it or whatever. You can increase that lag time. It's a programmable setting that we leave open to you. Right now we send it as default, I believe, as 2 seconds, what we felt comfortable with, but we had a VPS that was, you know, 150 seconds behind.
Order submitted.
And that's, you know, untradeable. So we wanted to make sure that there's something in there to control it. And really it's those informational messages that we're getting, that you can't move price beyond the stop. And that happens because the data's behind. So those things are trying to prevent that informational message that they send us.
Order filled.
So we got PCE tomorrow, I think is what it's called. And I'm going to go ahead and look it up real quick on news station. Let's see.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Let's go. So today is here. This is Thursday 27th. This is the action
Order
today.
filled.
U.S. red pending home sales month over month came in at 10 o'clock. Looks like it took down the market 2%.
Order submitted.
Didn't take this market down. And this could be the results of that, actually, that meeting. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's probably, so pending home sales are down 2% month over month.
Order submitted.
Okay. That's what it is. It's
Order
actually the
filled.
data from that activity.
Order filled.
The forecast was 0.6 positive. Okay. And then tomorrow at 8:30, the core PCE price index. So I'll talk to Rory, and he probably wants to trade this live tomorrow, more than likely. He tends to want to do that. So let me drop him a Skype message and see if he's. I'll take a screenshot of this real quick. Okay, so that's action tomorrow morning.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, I'll wait. If he responds, I'll be able to let you know he might be interested in going live just a little bit earlier tomorrow. He loves to be live with the action. So I know he's looked at news before and mentioned those kind of things. So I don't tend to get excited about the news personally. I tend to just let the software do what it does, and it chases the price all day, no matter what. So I don't. People say, "Do you turn them off or whatever?" No, I had my best day live trading early on M&Q. I was trading M&Q on my live account, and it was FMOC day, and man, I rang off $3,200 on them M&Qs in probably like an hour, and it was all auto trading. And so I love news on this thing. Like I showed you earlier this morning, the 1 day pass that passed over here. This strategy that we have out that we gave you that has the best time. That one, this one right here. This one, it took it in milliseconds this morning. It entered at 8:30.17 milliseconds. And then it sold. Okay, so we're in a trade over here. And it sold 6 milliseconds later. Made $2,500 in those 6 milliseconds. And then I think it was 20 milliseconds later, it jumped in again and finished off its trade.
Order filled.
All right, let's go take a look and see if we can watch our trade here. Oh boy,
Order filled.
this one no good already. She thought she was catching short, probably right around 30. Here we go. Yeah, we getting in a little bit late on that one. We'll see if price can come through 30 one more time here. All right, so we got one little movement in our direction, but swiping through 30 is always difficult. Very, very difficult. 30 will hang it up quite a bit. All right, so we got a little movement in our direction now. We're sitting here, so we got a little bit of lag here. See how we're at like 6 seconds. We're already in the trade, so it won't stop us from taking the trade. We're down here by this pivot. Probably not the best move here. Let's go ahead and just take our money here. We got, we'll take 21.05 off that trade. I didn't think she was going to go through that pivot, but it did. Kind of gave up on it, and took 2,000 off the table. But that's a good trade. Let's see where I get this OBS back up here. Okay, so that was a good trade. We got a couple of them. Yeah, forgot
Order submitted.
a second one going there, but got one.
Order filled.
Try to get this thing. Okay, good. Got a couple thousand on that trade. I think it looked like it might have hit that profit window. The price was kind of flying. I think we're behind it just a tad here on the chart. So we're getting back down into the 1 millisecond range here. Kind of catching up with data.
Order submitted.
So that was a nice trade for us. Took it right down into the support right there.
Order submitted.
This one jumped in at 2027.50 with 3 contracts. I was able to acquire 5 of them at 1 tick higher. Each one of these is called a tick. If you're kind of new to the futures market, it's a little strange. I've heard of pips even. Pips must be in the other trading indexes. These they call them ticks. So there's 4 ticks in a point. It gets a little complicated, but once you start to mess with it, it's not too bad. So there's 4 ticks in a point. But anyway, we're filled on those 10 contracts at 3 different prices. And then when we sold them, we sold them for 2 different prices. So, you can kind of see how if we have 4 or 5 different machines and we're all all of our software is doing the same exact thing. So, you got the code that we developed, and yours is taking the trade at the trying to at the exact same time. And don't forget that we're down into milliseconds, and the speed of data, let's just say, is at different rates. But anyways, in general terms, we're all trying to buy and sell at the same times. But anyways, we get filled at different prices, so you'll end up with little different results than we get. Directionally, I always call them directionally, they're similar. But tick for tick, no, I don't get filled at the same prices either. Nobody does. So it was a nice looking trade. Got 2,000 on that one, so we missed our. We were in the $2,000 on the other 2 trades too. We were in the $2,000. I saw $2,000 on both of those other trades, so we got one down.
Order canceled.
Get one going on my PA account here. I was
Order filled.
tried to do that earlier and I fell apart. That was a nice move right there, though. NQ is moving nicely today. I thought it was going to be a little flat today because of the news tomorrow. Sometimes day before news days are, untradeable. Today is definitely tradable. Great day to trade, really.
Order submitted.
Go grab the PA account one. 12.
Order submitted.
Scott was mentioning in the Discord the other day that he thought this was a little tight. Let's try loosening this up a little bit. So we'll go 30, 30, 30. I like all those. I like the entry. That's really what I like. So I can usually work with it no matter kind of what the setup is here. But we'll go with 30, 30, 30. I think that was a Herman, what was Herman's last name, you guys? Herman, I think that was his name. He was the 10, 10, 10 guy, or 15, 15, 15, whatever was the number. That was back in the days. Woo.
Order filled. Order
That was
filled.
a long time ago. Herman Cain. Does that ring a bell to anybody? He was around for a while. Maybe that's not his name. So in the chat, if you guys can put, did you get your NQ $50,000 one-day pass today?
Order filled.
That one
Order
hit
filled.
on this machine here for me. I was off and on a couple of
Order
times
submitted.
today, getting these Apex accounts in over here. Did I enable that one? All right, so we'll jump in on this account too if we get that set up. Yeah, they're terrible, Scott. The 2020's been getting smoked, but again, it depends on when you trade it. You know, I'll be able to find the best opportunity times. That's really where the meat is where you wanna trade it, what times you want to trade it. Yeah, I can.
Order submit. Order filled. Order filled. Order
Yeah, I'm just
filled.
thinking through that if I have it in the spreadsheet, or if I'm running at the times in the
Order filled.
spreadsheet. Probably,
Order
yeah.
canceled.
I should have it down here.
Order submitted.
Yeah, here it is. This one's mine. Mine's called 2020 still. This is it right here. It's up. Looks like I disabled it and re-enabled it. Let's see if it's up. Yeah, I don't see it on the leaderboard.
Order filled.
Must be about breaking even though.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
Oh, I'm looking for the wrong thing. I'm supposed to be looking for 2020. Keep looking for the PA pass, the PA account one, but I didn't name it that on mine yet, on this machine. 2020. Here it is. Yeah, it's up today. It's at 4:03 today. Sorry, Scott, this took me a long time to get in my head here. So I call, and this is the downside of having an R&D machine, I guess, but On my machine here, I still call it S20, T20, TR20. And again, when I researched the data, this one was doing the best back when I created the PA account strategy. So this is the strategy. So today it's up 403 on my machine. And what hours is it trading? Let's go look at it. We'll go look at what hours it's trading on my machine. This is always good because, you know, edit strategy.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Yeah, mine's running 24/7 collecting data, unfortunately. So, but this is good, and this is good because, you know, I'll extract the best times for us.
Order
So
canceled.
I got it running around the clock so I can, you know, get the best trading window for us. So tomorrow, yeah, today's Thursday. Tomorrow I'll look at this and see what the best hours are to trade it.
Order filled.
Yeah, and just, you know, that's once it comes to PA, that's a whole, you know, whole new area. You know, evals, they're a little more flexible, but when it comes to PAs, you know, you just kind of want to read the rules and try to stay in the lanes, I guess, is the best way I can say it. I was able to get two approved yesterday for the 2000, and they denied me on one. They denied me on one for violating the 30% rule. So I'm on probation on one, but got two. So I made $4,000 on those two accounts, and I was able to keep the money in the other one, but they, you know, they ask you to continue to try to trade the same lot sizes and same strategies. So that's what I'll do. Now I was watching another YouTube channel and really heavily followed trader that's out in YouTube. He got busted for DCA, so he lost 20 accounts. That was a significant move for him. He was the second person that I watched a YouTube video on that lost their accounts for DCA. I don't do that one. I did hear about it about 3 months ago of how it works. Someone in our Discord put it in there, asked us if we had strategies built for it. And I was asking Sergio and Rory and, you know, Charles, what is that and how, you know, how does it work? And they explained it to me, and I was like, wow, that is a nice strategy. It makes sense. I told the guy in Discord I would try it on my live account. And I was trading M and Qs, or he said trade M and Q, so I was trading M and Qs, and it works. I mean, it's you know, it can obviously go against you like any other trade, but you're able to, it's called dollar cost averaging. You're able to sort of split the difference, you could say. So it's a very powerful strategy, but you know, Apex in this case doesn't like it. They think it's, I guess they think it's cheating, or not ethical, or whatever the term is. It's against their rules anyway. So they're watching that one really closely.
Order submitted.
And then the 30% rule that I got busted on, they're watching. My story is that, again, we developed these one-day passes, so I'm able to get, one day I got 16 evals passed, and so that gets you, you know, now I had 16 PAs the next morning, and I was doing Hail Marys, you know, and I caught one trade for $3,200 on the first day, and then I ended up with, I think it was right, $8,500 when I tried to ask for the payout, and it was well north of the 30% for the one day. So you get to keep the money, but they ask you to, you know, try to stay more consistent daily. And lot size. So there's two different things that they were specifically talking about. I tend to trade about 2 to 5 contracts most of the time. So that I think that's what they're asking for is try to have a strategy where you're trading the same lot sizes, I guess.
Order filled.
I try for like 1,000 to 2,000 a day in the PAs, but I'll take a drawdown of who knows what, trying to keep moving them into the green
Order
zone.
filled. Order submitted.
Okay, I think we stalled here on the NQ. Software's keeping us out of these trades. Yeah, Sky, I think that's a great idea. I watch Rory do that, time and time again. He watches and sees, is the A or the B, bot doing better for the day, and then he runs that one. And man, he's been really successful with that strategy. What a day yesterday for Rory Powers, huh, guys? He pulled off about $2,000 out of the market yesterday. He got away scot-free. It was nice to see. I popped in for part of it. He had a heck of a move yesterday, and that was the 30 range signal B. I believe that he ran the score up. I don't know if that was all of them, but it was part of it for sure. Yeah, we sorry.
Order filled.
Sujay,
Order filled.
we've got different entry signals. So those are the two differences he's asking.
Order canceled.
We have a signal A signal B entry, and also a signal C entry that we just developed about 3 weeks ago or so.
Order filled.
So there are different entries, and they're looking at different models, different mathematical models behind the scenes to figure out the entry, and really the main star of the show is the modified Laguerre indicator that's right here, and it's really this yellow RSI line, relative strength line, and we went behind the scenes and modified it and automated a lot of activity going on behind here, but really the nuts and bolts is that when this yellow line pops out of we call it the 20 here, the RSI gets to 0.2, we fire a long trade, and then vice versa, when the yellow line comes out of the 100 down into the 0.8, we fire a short trade. And then so that's signal A. Signal B is when this thing, we call it pegged. So once it's totally pegged at 100 or the 0, we'll go ahead and fire a signal B trade. So it's really once the trend is built and established, the signal B pops in. So those are the two entries that we have on that one. And then the third one is on this oscillator down here. This one's a modified oscillator signal, and this RSI is kind of teetering around 50%. So as soon as momentum swings to the upside, she goes north, and then vice versa. We can add a lot of other filters and other indicators that we've developed over time that are in that template behind the scenes here, that really give us the toolkit to really enter in very specific trades. After trading now for a year or so on the futures, I'm really new into the futures. I would say a year and a half, maybe a year, and there was a little bit of a learning
Order
curve,
filled.
but now that I've been doing it a while,
Order
you can
submitted.
kind of recognize patterns and
Order submitted.
different tendencies that the market does over time, and these indicators really help. So I'm working on a smart stop right now that anytime this oscillator, this green line down here, gets down into the, if you kind of look as it progresses down into here, anytime that it gets down, and I'm looking over here on the right, anytime that it gets down around 0.3, that trade's basically over. It's going in the other direction at that point. So those things we continue to work on and develop new features for the software for you. We just had, I think, just had a couple members here in chat even mention it, but a few people joined us for lifetimes last couple of days. We're getting, I got to look at the number, we're probably getting close to the 200 or so lifetime members of the software, so that's really awesome. Really appreciate everybody joining us and helping us to continue to develop the software. Again, we're a community of traders all working on one common goal, and it's how to extract money out of the market. And we're all centered around this piece of software, and we got a team behind me working on it right now. Sergio's he just asked me to get on my other machine so he can get some more software loaded. So we're diligently working on the improvements to continue to deliver a piece of software that helps you with your goals. So yeah, we're running it here. We're kind of in a little bit of a lull here. Let's see what other markets are maybe making the move. So this is the P&L for the day for these strategies.
Order filled.
These are the trades that are active right now.
Order filled.
This is a new one. This is one that's starting to come up on the radar. This one's a 8 Unirenko. So I've been messing around with Unirenko charts too. Man, you talk about an easy chart to trade. Let me open a Unirenko chart. Them things really make it a lot easier to trade, in my opinion.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
So you can kind of see how the bars make it and then we're really in a consolidation zone here. So, I'll say this is just, this is chop zone, but, back up in here when you get these nice long runs, it makes it, really easy and looks nice on the chart. Right there was an entry. Here's another entry. I was just looking for some crosses. So this one's up 16.55 today. Looks like a cross coming in to go positive. So this one's really centered around this this oscillator right here. Anytime price flutters over the pink line, it's an entry signal for it. Again, we got some filters in the background that prevent some of those from being trades. Like if it doesn't match up with the 50 or the 15 or other volume zones, things like that. 1 minute do pretty good today.
Order submitted.
And another Unirenko. So this one's on the 20. This one's a longer bar, so a lot longer bar. But we have a feature in the software where you can enter in within the bar. So we probably got entry within same bar. And that's this one. So this one, it took one long trade, it missed it, but then it entered the short trade there. Entered this short and it closed long, closed at profit target for the day. So this one's done trading. It took, so it took a long entry here too, earlier this morning, so it had a couple of trades. And another one. So this one's on a lot longer bar, 20 Unirenkos, you know, goes up in numbers. The higher the number, the bigger the bar, means the longer the time frame. So anyway, that one's looking promising too. So we got some Unirenkos that are starting to really look like they're tempting to trade. If you're a discretionary trader, the Unirenkos are pretty nice to look at. I personally, for the NQ, like the 10 range, or 10 Unirenko. Kind of look at them here and measure them. Yeah, this move didn't do much. Yeah, $230 move. So that's 23 tick, or no, 46 ticks.
Order submitted.
It's really times 2, so that's 46 ticks.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled.
Oh, it's closed at profit target, right? Yeah, this one's out. Won't trade no more. So yeah, we have a lot of parameters in there that'll stop them from trading once they've hit their limit. So if you're new to joining the AI Auto Trader, let me kind of give you a little bit of walk around the software really quick. So this is a NinjaTrader 8 platform, and we develop strategies that run on the software that will automatically get you in and out of trades, and we deliver those to you. Have a team and get right on your computer for you and load it up for you, and just kind of give you a demo of how it works, and then you know, have full service if you have any issues, you want to try to, you know, get more information or whatever. You can just go on Charles's calendar and get yourself loaded up or whatever. So this is the NinjaTrader 8 platform, and these things down here are called strategies, and there's a few different tabs down here. This is called the Control Center, and the different tabs down here, we tend to play mostly in this Strategies tab or the Accounts tab. Those are the two that are kind of the main tabs. The Strategies tab is really where the bots live. This is really, so each one of these lines is an individual bot and or strategy. The kind of synonymous, same terms. So this particular one right here, we kind of call them by these names right here, and we set them up with an account with the exact same name for you. So a simulation account, and you just would enable them once you got them, and then, you know, there's a great trade performance that we have in NinjaTrader 8 here, that you can get down to the detail of the millisecond when that trade entered, exited, how many ticks it moved, blah blah blah. There's all kinds of data there in the background. So anyways, you know, we recommend that you run them for a few days and kind of get a feel for which ones are doing well or performing well, and then you can let them loose on whatever you like there on your end. But for me, I tend to kind of, you know, look at tons of data here and tend to stay in these two different tabs. And then just double click up here on the total P&L, and whichever ones are rising to the top, those obviously are the horses to trade. So, you know, kind of looking through the leaderboard today, and these two are, you know, unique as far as the data that's current. And this screen, the account screen, it resets every day. So these were since last night. These values here, and these are profit numbers. And we have some that lose. There's tons of them that lose. But we tend to focus on the ones that are doing good and try to share that information so other people know which ones are doing good. And if we continue to do that, we're going to find out which ones are the best ones to trade. So right up here, the NQ $50,000 one-day pass strategy, we put that out to our community of traders of what time our data says that it was the best. And I think the time we looked on Friday, I think it's maybe 8:30 to 9:30 is the best window for this one to trade. So it's not trading right now. It's actually out for the day because it closed at its profit target. But it's only open or live and trading for 1 hour. So that's kind of the lay of the land. Over here, this is my prop trading account dashboard. I use Apex Trader Funding for my prop accounts right now. And that's these things over here. This column right here is what I got in the these accounts for the day, and then this is what the accounts are at since I started them. So example, this one is what they call a $50,000 account, and that's which ones that I buy now. I've tried all of them, I think. I've tried them all. But I tend to stay right around that $50,000 one seems to be my favorite right now. And I always say right now because the 100,000 was my favorite for a long time, but the 50,000 dynamic drawdown one is my favorite right now. And that's what these ones are. It gives us a nice risk to reward. Once I did the math on the numbers, it was easy to know which one was my favorite. Their $50,000 account has the best, you know, risk to reward ratio. So that's the one that I'm trading here. And they say $50,000 account, but you still need to get $3,000 in profit to get one passed to the PA, to the pay stage. So I've got a couple of them passed here, and I've got about 10,000 in each one of these, a little bit over on a couple of them. And then these other ones are now new, where I haven't traded them yet. So this one's still like brand new out of the box. And we're trying to get the NQ $50,000 one-day pass strategy or bot to take a trade and pass one. We had a couple fails, and we had one here get us to 2065. So we're kind of 1 for 3 this morning. The other two did get to the $2,000 mark, but they ended up fizzling out on us there. So that's a little bit of the lay of the land. Over here, I guess, is my trade copier. And so typically, get back to my strategy that we're running here on our account. We're running 1245. So if I had 1245 here, this is my leader account. So this is the trade copier. This one's a Replicanto by Flowbots. But all you do is you set up your leader account. You just do this little pull down and go grab it. And anything can be your leader account. You can grab this bot, this right here, any of these bots, drones, any of them. These are all individual strategies. But anyway, you can grab any of those. For me, I'm trading 1245. And I want to copy it to like 1246. So you just click that little green, or well, it's gray, but you click the little follower enabled, and boom, it's armed and ready to roll. So the minute 1245 jumps in, 1246 also jumps in. Just know that it's just like another strategy trading. It's not going to get filled for the exact same prices. What I mean by that is it will mostly, but again, the prices are there's only a fixed quantity of inventory, and the inventory is constantly changing. So we all get filled at little different prices, but relatively speaking, you know, I've had 10, heck, I've probably had more than 10 going at once. But anyway, I've had 10 being copied at once. And I've seen, you know, disparities of a couple of $100s, and I'm trying to get to like 3,100. I've seen at least a couple $100, if not a little bit more, between those 10 accounts.
Order submitted.
Wow, congratulations, Rue. $5 grand in his PA and the GC already. Woo-wee! 35,000. Do you really? So yours is up over here, yours over here, Rue, instead of saying like 60,000, yours says 85? Yours says 85,000? Holy moly, I've never seen anybody's that high. Actually, I've seen 65 on some people's. That's my goal. I want to get one to 65. So they do the 2,000 already just came out. So the number does come backwards. These were at 63,000. So I did, but I still want to get to 65 somehow. That's the goal. Oh, 7 PAs. He made $5 grand. 35. I gotcha. Holy moly, Rue. Oh. Rue's out of this world. He can be flying his own private jet before we know it. He'll be coming down here to Miami Beach, pulling up outside here. Valet. Way to go, Rue. I do have valet down there too. Valet's nice. That's a nice feature. I just call them and they bring it around and have it sitting there. All right, Marcia got 2 more accounts. 1755. Marcia's on a roll, you guys. She brings good energy. Marcia's got good energy. That's what life's all about. Good energy.
Order filled.
Way to go, Marcia. 3 accounts are at 685. She had a heck of a day yesterday, too. She's starting to like this little trading thing. Really great person. She's really nice. Very nice words. She's given us some great reviews and really appreciate those. Those are helpful.
Order filled.
All right, so we're starting to drift here on the NQ.
Order filled.
Bring open Robert's chart here. Oh, darn, we're down a little bit. All right, this one was red hot here. We'll see how she does the rest of the day. This one's the 152nd chart, and I just want to pop in and see how it's doing. Looks like we're underwater a little bit on this one today. My machine though, I'm still up. It was at 980 something this morning, so we're probably for the week we're positive about 450 on this one. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited for all of our members who have our system and, you know, can leverage it to make a difference. That's what we're here for, is trying to make a difference. All right, so we're moving here. Tell you what, it's 11:30. Appreciate everybody joining us and you know, checking out the broadcast. Tomorrow we've got some news. So PCE tomorrow at 8:30. I'll see if Rory Powers dropped anything into the Skype here real quick. Let's see. Yeah, Rory's into it. Rory Powers will be sending out the invite for a little bit earlier start tomorrow morning. Wants to get in on that action if possible, and see if he can leverage that news to make any side cash. So if you guys get a minute tomorrow, pop in and join Rory at 8:30. We'll send out the link and see if we get that set up ahead of time so that you'll get that a little bit earlier tomorrow if you're able to join us. We'd appreciate it. Hope everybody enjoys your afternoon, and Marcia, congratulations. Rue, congratulations. Really, really proud of you guys. Really making some big time cash out there. It's fun to follow your journeys and enjoy your excitement with you. So thank you for sharing that with me. I really, really, truly appreciate it. Everybody have a great day and good luck trading. Bye now.